see what happens here over the next few weeks here as district play really kind of gets into action here, Marty. But let's roll into for him here, Marty. And no surprise sitting here, Lake Mary, number 1 seed. And then there's Mandarin sitting there at number 2, who actually Mandarin was being rolled a lot of and talked about the Mustangs. And here they are sitting there at the number 2 seed here in Region 1. And of course, you see Popka, who got shut out by Edgewater, number 5 seed to start out the thing.
Yeah, a little surprised Edgewater shut them out like they did, but Edgewater's having another good year. How about Atlantic Coast, though? A team that had lost 14 in a row coming in this year. They started 3-0. They've lost to Mandarin and to Camden County, Georgia, last 2 weeks. But there they are, the 8th seed. And then, as you mentioned, of course, Winter Park Apopka would be a good an Orange County rivalry there as well. But yeah, Mandarin, beat Bowles to start the year. They've really they've had a nice start. They lost to Creekside last week by a point, but they're in good shape. And then Sanford Seminole Haggerty at the bottom, another Seminole and Orange County matchup as well.
No, you're absolutely right there, Marty. All right, heading into Region 2 here so we can wrap this thing up here for the night for the first time. Sumner sitting there at the number 1 seed, a bit of a surprise there for people that may be thinking, well, but Sumner's 5-0. Alonzo sitting there at number 2 seed, 5-0. So it's very interesting. Tampa Plant, where's Tampa Plant, people? Well, they're sitting actually not in the top 8 of the region,
Yeah,
but
long way
to go. Very much a long way to go, but we'll see what happens here. Plant and Alonzo, I believe, do have to play each other. They're the same region, same district, I should say. So just keep an eye on it. I think this is going to change here very much here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, much like Seminole squared, we have Riverview squared there at the bottom. Riverview is the 3, and they're 4-0 to start. So, we're talking about them and they're surprised. Alonzo's a surprise a little bit there as well. Dr. Phillips is, surprising maybe they're that low. But as you said, the number 1 seed there is the school. Well, how many years has Sumner even been around? It's a fairly new school.
They opened it in 2020, I want to say.
So like 3 years, and they're undefeated. So yeah, nice to see. That's an interesting region in Class 4M, which of course is the biggest classification in the state. The biggest schools, the 4M.
No, you're absolutely right there, Marty. All right, here we go. Let's finish this up here and going into Region 3. Palm Beach Central, no surprise, sitting there at the 1 seed. And, of course, number 2 seed, Monarch. Santa Lucia is sitting there at 3. And then Spanish River, who came back into district play this year, sitting there at number 4. And Spanish River, I believe, is 5-0 right now in the season. So the Sharks there at Spanish River come back in the state series, and they may be looking at a playoff spot.
Yeah, South Florida teams here again. Palm Beach Central, we know about them. As you just mentioned, Spanish River. I would say Palm Beach Central is favored, but Santa Lucia probably have something to say about it as well, as you said, Spanish River. And anyway, sorry, let's move along to 4M4.
Yes, the last region of all the regions that we got. Columbus, no surprise, sitting there at number 1. Cypress Bay sitting there at 3. Miami Palmetto 2. Western 4. And you can see how the rest of the region 4 shakes out right there. It is what we got right now. But
that's going to be a battle there, that whole region, those top 4, if that's the way it ends up.
Yeah.
And then you got South Dade and West Broward down there as well.
But I'll tell you right now, here you go. I think the 2 teams that are really going to be the ones that come out of this region, if this holds that 1-2 seed there, Columbus and Miami Palmetto, they're sitting there for that regional final. I think that's what's going to happen, Marty. I'll be honest with you. I think those are the 2 best teams in that region, period. I mean, right now, Western has been struggling. I mean, most years Western would be that 3rd team sitting there in the mix, but I just don't know. I'm not so totally certain about what the Wildcats are right this second here.
Yep. So that we've covered it all now. Anybody have anything else to say? Let's see.